Let me tweet this out that we live. That we are live. Make sure we're good. Audio. Want to make sure we're good with the game audio. There we go. Let me test the audio. Yeah, it looks like we're good. Man, I think my mic is loud. Testing. All right, I think we're good. Tweet this out. If you guys in here, let's go. Get some folks up in here. I'll be able to see some of your comments in a second. See who we got in here. Let's see who we got with us. Adam Rizzi, what's good, my brother? Hey, I need y'all to tell me if the audio is good. I don't want it too loud. We'll go into some GT real quick. So y'all can hear some audio. And more than Black, what's good, my brother? Mr. Go Try Hard Guy, what's good, player? Iron Coat, what's good? Tony M in the house. What is good? Listen, man, we're going to talk about it today. A very important topic that is near and dear to my heart. Turn the mic down a little bit. Heath the Heathen Stevens, what's good, my brother? Hey, tell me if my mic is too hot, man. Tell me if my mic is too hot. Got me some H2O. Got my racing fans going. He said a little warbly. All right, I got you. All right, I think we're good now. I appreciate you for that, Tony M. Got about 14 people in here. And we're gonna talk about it, man. GT7. We're gonna talk about it. Some of the complaints people are having. Are those complaints worthy? Are they worthwhile, or are they something else? Lorenzo Carson, what's good, my brother? Dre, what is good? What is good? Johnny Gaming. Hey, you already know, fam. You already know. He said I'm coming in choppy. Oh man. He said my mic audio is coming in choppy. Let me see what I can do about that. Let me see what I can do about that. What about now? Is my mic still choppy? Mr. Glass says, sound good to me. Andy Barker, what's good? Tony Henderson, what's up, player? Blue Mustang in the house, what's good? What's good? Yeah, I'm really worried about my mic, man. I'm really worried about my mic. You know I like my stuff extra crispy, extra crispy. What about now, man? I'm let's go. Let's go testing. 1, 2, 3. I think that's good enough right there. Cold Blood Sensei, what's good? Oh man. Star me out, my good brother. Star me out, man. Hey, I got a little show for y'all today, man. We gonna get down and dirty. Now y'all know that PlayStation greatness is amongst us, and we have a ton of people that can't handle it as usual. One thing I want to do is talk about, I guess, are their complaints worthy or not? Should we tell them, hey, go over to Forza or not? Hannibal, I appreciate you, good brother. I appreciate you. Hey man, you know I like my stuff extra crispy. Trying to bring you the cam in 4K. Trying to bring you some racing in 4K. Hopefully everything is translating over pretty good. Koba Sensei, oh man, I like this. Listen, if you're new at Gran Turismo, then that's one thing. If you're a veteran at Gran Turismo, that's another thing. Um, One thing I can say is this game is greatness at its finest. Yes, indeed, it is greatness at its finest. Let me show you. Let me show y'all what kind of cars I got here. Man, I've had upwards of $4 million, and this is what I did with my $4 million, man. I got me a Porsche 997. I got me a Bach Mono. I won a super race car. I bought me a GT3, a McLaren. Of course, I had to buy my baby, the Shelby GT350R. It's mine personally. I had to get the almighty Corvette ZR1. And we're going to be racing some of these cars. Of course, this is my Integra that I souped up, my Fast and the Furious style. I even bought me a Lamborghini Huracan. Now, y'all know me, Mr. Lambo. Gotta have it, baby. Gotta have it. The turncoat is in the house. What's good, player? What is good? The turncoat? What's good? Spider Silver. We don't talk about it, man. We got some dudes trying to compare it to Forza, Horizon, and all kind of stuff. By the way, the new 2023 Nissan Z is in the house. Yes, the Nissan Z is in the house. Now, rumor has it from the Xbox fan base is that GT7 didn't have any cars that were older than 2017. I repeat, supposedly there was no cars older than 2017. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. One thing I do like, I like swapping out my rims, depending on the car that I'm gonna drive. I have an actual Porsche racing rim right here. You guys can see the Porsche logo. You guys can kind of see what it is. This car here has a stick, so I will be using mine. Got clutch and pedals. Shout out to Fanatic for that ecosystem, including the shifter, the V3 pedals, the Club Sport V3 pedals, the Porsche racing rim, and of course the GT7 DD Pro racing wheel. Play seat is all my cockpits are play seat. Pause for y'all out there. P Rock, absolutely my brother. I'm glad you're here, P Rock. We need to dispel some of this crazy stuff, man. Apparently GT7 doesn't have any cars older than what is it? 2017, they said. But I literally just showed these guys the brand new, yet to be released 2023 Nissan Z. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. I'm getting in my Porsche right now. I do want to. I like doing time trials, so I'll talk to you guys. I do some time trial. I like setting a base time, and on that exact same track, I like. How shall I say? I like picking other cars and stuff like that and seeing how they compare. So I'll go to Deep Forest. That's one I was doing. I'll go to time trials. Yeah, you know, I do like racing that at noon. Y'all can see that ray tracing is extra spicy. Yeah, one thing I do want to do that I hadn't did here, I don't want to display anything. I don't want to display anything. There we go. I'll set my phone down. Hey, hold up. Shout out to my brother Coop Man with the $5. These bots out here, wow. He said they've been highly vocal on Horizon Forbidden West and GT7, but was quiet about Halo with its Xbox 360 graphics and bugs. GT7 will sell 20 million plus. Big facts. Big facts. Listen, I'm gonna put this down. I'll check with the chat here in a bit. Yeah, I'll check with the chat here in a bit. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about trusting so-called Xbox guys. These are the same dudes, right, that weren't so vocal recently about Halo being in trouble. You know what I'm saying? They worry about their own games. You know, how about that? I mean, you kind of... Y'all like how I say that? Yeah, that's me. That's all me, baby. It takes 2 or 3 laps to, you know what I'm saying, warm up the tires and get your bearings and stuff like that. Yeah, that's me. But, yeah, we find it funny that the Xbox guys can comment on Sony's goatees. I mean, they seem like they're really bothered by GT7 and Horizon Forbidden West. And my thing is, why? Didn't they just have Crossfire X to come out? Shouldn't that give them something to do? I mean, it should. I mean, if you think about it, they should be playing Crossfire X. Halo came out a few months ago. Forza? What about Forza? Why nobody's playing Forza? What's up with that? But what it is let's hate on Sony's goatees. You know what I'm saying? Let's hate on their bangers. By the way, if you guys hadn't played this game with a racing wheel, I suggest you do it. If you like driving, it's okay to race with the DualSense haptic feedback controller. Nothing's wrong with that. It's a little bit more immersive. Some people, and I'm not really racing. This is just time trials. Look at that. That's why I saved it right there. Some people just, there's nothing wrong with being casual. There's nothing wrong with that. You can still have a great time with GT7 being not really being into cars, but really liking having a next generation type racer, something that is great on the eyes. One thing I do want to say, and I'll change it here in a second. Here, there's a lot of guys saying that this game has ugly graphics. The graphics aren't up to par. There's a lot of I guess casual people. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. They're talking about the graphics from different angles and stuff like that. It's not really up to par, and I'm calling bullshit. I know the casuals like to race from this angle here, but this is a Porsche GT3. You know what I'm saying? This is a 997 platform. Now that looks good to me. You got your ray tracing. I mean, I don't know what these guys are looking for, but it's okay. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe they like Forza, and I get it, right? People like Forza, Horizon. But I mean, you got the ray tracing, you got the HDR, it's native 4K. Now, of course, I hate racing like this because this shit is super casual. Come on, man. Even in Forza, I don't race like this. But it looks great. How can you deny this doesn't look good? Now, for a lot of people, I do understand. If you think about it, on Forza, this is what this particular angle right here, this camera, this is the way that Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport, this is what it's designed for. It's literally what it's designed for. It's not really made, those games are not made to be in the cockpit view. Pause. It's not made for being in any other view. Gran Turismo is a simulator. It's made to give you that simulation experience, that realistic experience. Hence why it supports all the different platforms of the racing wheels, the shifters, and everything else. Hence why it's an actual Olympic sport. Hence why it sold over 14 million copies of its esports game. Not even the mainline Gran Turismo. I think I heard some audio there. Let me see. Transformational gaming, my brother. What up, my brother? He said, I'm sorry, bro, but I don't get the sense of speed that I get out of Forza 5. I understand this is driving sim. He said, man, my 2017 Malibu seems faster. Listen, if you want nitrous, this game got it. They got it. Freddy Brizzle, my brother. Freddy the tech guy, absolutely. This is Mass Effect. Listen, the sense of speed, I mean, we understand that, Forza has that unrealistic sense of speed, like the Need for Speed nitrous. Get it. But all I can say, if that's what you want, get good. Unlock you some cars. I mean, think about it. Unlock you some cars. Get some faster cars. Stop driving around in the damn Volkswagen Beetle talking about, oh man, this here is not realistic at all. I don't get that sense of speed. Well, I'll tell you what, I just hit 130 miles an hour on that long straight right there, and that gave me a big sense of speed. Now, of course, if you're driving 60 miles an hour, Miss Daisy, you won't have that sense of speed. And again, there's nothing wrong with Forza, right? There's nothing wrong with people who like arcade games. I mean, by all means, I race them sometimes. I like just sitting around feeling, mindless fun, and I'll boot up some Forza. If y'all want to be in the wilderness and jump over mountains and volcanoes and shit, have at it. But it is kind of, it's almost stupid, right? To compare a simulation game to fucking Burnout Paradise. That's what I would put Forza Horizon series against. The Need for Speeds, right? I would put that against that. That's where that's what it's meant for. Didn't Ubisoft come out? What's that racing game that Ubisoft has? The open world racer? It should be competing against that. This corner here, man, I'm having a damn time getting the hang of, but it's okay. I was able to kind of break my record previously. The fastest car I was able to put on this track, real world cars, not full-blown racing cars or whatever, just stock cars. It was a Chevy GT350R. But man, this Porsche flies. And this is not even the 27 2018. I guess we will call it the 99. Is it the 998 or 993 platform? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, a lot of guys were basically comparing this to, instead of comparing this to Forza Motorsport, they're comparing it to Forza Horizon. And we understand, we know why, right? They ain't got nothing else. And these are the bots. Now, there are some people out there that are, I mean, you know, they're not really diehard, and they're casual gamers, and they deserve, you know, great racing games as well. A lot of people don't want to, I guess, be taught on how to race. They just want to jump in there like Forza Horizon and Forza Motorsport. They just want to jump in there and race any car. Don't have a sense of anything, you know. And that's not Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo has always, and all of its series has always pretty much taught you how to race. So a lot of people are like, oh man, what are they teaching me how to race? And it's like, listen, this is for the hardcore. This is for the passion. This game is going to have legs. This is for the, you know, the car enthusiasts. This is for people who are, you know, car lovers. And even if you're not, that's why it's teaching you for newcomers. It's holding your hand every step of the way. That's why I won't let you start off with a fucking Porsche or Lamborghini or McLaren or a Bugatti. You know, you have to work your way up the ranks. You know, you're in the minivan, you're in the, you know, the grandma mobile, until you work your way up, knowing how to take a corner so you're not dive bombing and crashing everybody, and then you're going to jump into sport mode and piss me off. You have to gain your licenses. That lets you know, hey, this is your turn zone. Learn the track. You know, but I get it. You know, not a lot of people are willing to invest time into a simulation game. Another thing is, you know, microtransactions. There's been a lot of people up in arms, mostly bots, just up in arms about microtransactions. Because they didn't give GT Sport a chance, they didn't know that game itself had microtransactions. So a lot of them like, oh my god, GT7 has microtransactions. Well, probably hadn't paid attention to Gran Turismo's, the last 4 iterations of the fucking game. GT5, GT6, GT Sport, and GT7 all had microtransactions. And miss me with the whole, somebody brought up the whole $40 thing for certain cars and stuff like that. But when you start digging into Forza Horizon, Forza Motorsport 7, and even Flight Simulator have airports that are like $100 for a fucking airport. Just one airport. Nobody wants to talk about that. Now, a person like me, I've never spent a dime on any microtransaction in any game, whether it's 2K, Madden, FIFA, Grand Theft Auto. I've never spent a dime. But for those people who do, right, there's a ton of people who play FIFA, they play Madden, they play 2K, they play GTA online, they play Forzas, right? They play Flight Simulator. I don't knock them for spending their money. That's their money. If they don't want to put that grind in, then that's them. I don't knock that. But it's people that will do it. There's people that will do it. So, but because I'm all about, as long as a game doesn't force me to spend money, then I'm okay. I'm okay with microtransactions. It's not for me. It's not forcing me to do anything. Now, if you're forcing me to do it, then yeah, I got a problem with it. But you're not forcing me to do it. I was able to get to about $3 million in this game. I didn't spend one dime within the first day. You race the big races, and you get the purses are bigger. You get $75,000 if you get first place. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to the chat. See what y'all talking about. Kyle Solar said, "Hey, how much for the whole entire rig?" Hey, man. Yeah. I don't recommend everybody doing it, man. You gotta be passionate about racing. You gotta be good at racing. You know, just doing it's not a toy. Not to just, you know, lollygag around. But now, what you could do is just buy you a little racing wheel and pedal set. It generally costs $250, $300. You go to Best Buy, get the Logitech's, what they call it, it's the G923 or something like that. You can get that. You can get the Thrustmaster line racing wheel, T300 RS or the TGT. Or you can get the Fanatic Web Sport line, the Elite. It's cost you, you know, $250, $300. Lincoln Clay, what's up, my brother? And you can put it on a tabletop and use it, and then once you get good and work on your craft, then you might decide to invest in a full racing cockpit and everything else. I've been sim racing for a long time. iRacing, Settle Corsa, and a ton of other ones. R-Factor, OG was good. Top dog. Yeah, Forza is a video game. Gran Turismo is a lifestyle. Big facts. Listen, I'm not hating on Forza. It's just not transformational game, and I appreciate that, brother. Now, Scene was good. Squeezy in the house. Listen, and there's a lot of people, oh man, Forza only look good with replays. Listen, it is what it is. Don't hate, baby. Don't hate. Don't hate. One thing I do like in the replays is you can actually do a standard replay, or you can do a replay to music. And depending on the type of music you have, that is going to be the angles in the different cameras. They have a ton of different angles and stuff like that. But I don't know if you guys see this, but look at the ray tracing. Look how realistic these cars are, the tracks. That shit's nuts. Look at the view, man. That shit's crazy. Wait till you guys see the interior view. OG. Listen, the PSV, this game will be PSVR 2 compatible. Just like the first game, but now you'll be able to race in the full rig, and I mean with the full grid, which is 20 cars. And the immersion of it is just crazy. The immersion of being in VR is just crazy. Oh, Solid said, hit me with the price. Listen, man. Okay, so there's not like a bundle you can buy that's going to give you everything. You have to piece everything together. Y'all see that? Y'all see that drift? Look at that drift. Man, your boy pulled that drift off perfect. You know, people see this and they're like, oh man, that's replay. Look, man, you just saw me spend maybe 10 minutes racing in this car. It's not a difference. It is what it is, you know. And depending on the time of day, right, you got different shadows. I'm racing at noon, right? The sun is sky high. So you're seeing the reflections and stuff based on it being sky high. Man, I really snubbed that one. Not paying attention. Slink, what's good, player? What's good? If y'all can, man, tweet this out. I know it's a little bit late, but it's all good. We do sim racing on Fridays and Saturdays. We've been doing GT Sports until GT7 launched, and now I think this past Friday and yesterday we did some racing. Shout out to Social, shout out to Odie, shout out to those guys. If y'all get a chance, go check out my boy Lincoln Clay VR. He's the king of VR sim racing. Go check him out. He's always doing his thing on Fridays and different days. You'll just catch him at different times. Yeah, but I just never understood why. Tell you what, putting this in a different mode. I'm gonna pick a different car. This is my McLaren that I bought. That's the Corvette ZR1. Man, that car is a beast. I love it. I love that car. That supercharger wine, man, it's nothing like it. That corner there, man, I gotta learn. I gotta learn a better way to maneuver it because it really catches you off guard. Each car feels totally different. I just hit a straightaway, and once I pass, I like seeing what's the top speed I can get up to before I can maneuver this corner. Yeah, this car here, man, I can probably get up to maybe $160 and be able to come to a stop. Of course, I'm just starting off, so the tires and stuff are cold. But after I heat it up, you guys will see. And this car has a ton of torque, even in real life, man. 638 horsepower. This was like the beast. Everybody and their mom wanted this car. But there was a lot of ZR1s wrapped around telephone poles. So y'all can hear that supercharger whine. When I drive, I turn off all assists, no traction control, none of that. And I do love running cars stock because I feel like that's the way the manufacturers, in real life meant them to be. Once you start modding them, then you change the characteristics of the car. Doing about $160 here. I'm gonna get up to I'm gonna have to brake a little bit early, about 180, in order to be able to maneuver this turn. Man. Of course, my tires are heated up, my brakes are warmed up, so I can push it a little bit further. I'm gonna get to the track here in a second. Just give me 1 second. It's funny, man, when I see people drive on that exterior view. That's just always been funny to me. As you see, I'm getting a little bit more confident in these tires now that they're warmed up, and I'm being a little bit more risky. just give you my take from a sim racer's point of view. I get it, man. There's a lot of guys that they just want to grab their dual shock controller and have fun, and they should. But all I'm gonna tell you, man, is the more you get further in this game, the better it is. The more you're gonna like it. But if you just starting off, and you're not willing to dedicate that time, I'll put it on replay. I'll check you guys' comments. I'll let you guys watch that. Matter of fact, I'll put it on replay mode. I'll let you guys watch that. Oh man, Andrew Wilkins, I appreciate you, brother, with the $2. Forza 8 menu screen will only have ray tracing. Oh man, stall them out. Freddie Lane was good, my brother. Hope you've been good and blessed, man. I know you have, brother. I know you have. On here, big facts. Mr. Flash said, also manual is the way to go. Listen, here's the thing, right? Depending on the car I'm driving, I may switch the RAM, and I may go, shifters, or I may use the 6-speed. I can even do the sequential when I'm racing GT3 class, GT2 class cars, or some of the old school Porsches and a lot of the cars that you would normally race on the Le Mans circuit, those old-fashioned, where you shift up and down. That's generally what I do. So I have rigs for different causes and different reasons. I have a Formula 1 rig over there when I'm racing F1 2021, so I do that. When I'm doing iRacing, it helps. It's all about the immersion. How realistic do you want it to be? Do you want to feel like you're in a real car? Some people just want the eye candy from the exterior view, and they just want to be able to look, but I guess you can't. I feel like personally, right, you can't really experience the suspension, the physics, and everything that makes a car. You know what I'm saying? Every car should feel different. It should not feel the same. I appreciate you, Freddie Wayne. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, this is my hobby of choice, man. That and collecting cars. It's my hobby of choice. Always been a car nut, motorcycle nut. Got it from my pops, and my kids get it from me. Yeah, but I try to put when you put the fanboy stuff aside, of course people are gonna hate GT regardless, right? The same reason they hated Horizon Forbidden West. But a lot of people said there's no damage. Look, there's damage right there, right? We're looking at the damage. But you can't listen to those people. But I am glad a lot of you guys have tried the game for yourself, dedicated the time in it to actually get some decent cars, and then the game gets faster, and it, if you're expecting a Volkswagen, an old school Volkswagen, to go as fast as, Corvette, you're gonna be disappointed, because it's not like that in real life. Some people don't like real life, They want to exaggerate it. Like I said, they want the Burnout Paradise and the Need for Speed, where there's a bunch of, like Fast and the Furious. You hit the nitrous button and you just, everything is just blurred out, and it's like, dude, this is not that game. You can't make that game. GT will never be that game. This is not for that. You got Forzas for that. You got Need for Speeds for that. Try those games. Those are great games. Forza Horizon, it's a great game. Take nothing from it. it does what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to be an arcade racer, a casual game where anybody can jump into, jump over mountains, volcanoes, and everything else. Coop Man with the $2. GT7 presentation, menu, music is second to none. Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. It is. It is second to none. And we'll try the McLaren that I purchased. Bought a McLaren, and I actually have, this is the actual wheel of the car. So we'll try that. A lot of times I just like, again, I like taking one track, seeing the various cars I have, what's the best time I could have and how it competes. Take a look on my board right now. Right now, the fastest car I'm able to put down on this track is that Ford Shelby GT350R, and everything is stock. I haven't modified anything. So once I get a baseline of the cars that I typically race, once I get a baseline of what I can do on this track, then I can take a version and modify it and see how better my time is with that. And again, you know, it's going to take a lap or two before you warm up those tires. GT3 cars are very quick. They're light. They have a lot of grip, a lot of downforce. But top end is, you know, it's not really designed for a lot of top end. I think most of them go max out about 160. I mean, they get up there really quick, you know, around the track real quick. There's a actual BMW. It's a GT3. It's a M6 GT3 wheel. Fanatic. Got that on pre-order. I can't wait for it to come in the fall. And that wheel, actual racers, it's an actual racing wheel. You can literally take that wheel and put it in a GT6 car. The race car, obviously, the GT car. And of course, you know, not everybody is going to have the setup that I have, but you don't need that to experience a great game and have a great time. Grab your DualSense controller and have fun. By the way, in these cars here, you can brake a lot later. The brakes are like second to none, man. You can be at 150 miles an hour in like 3 seconds. You'll be, you know, you can get down about 50. I have raced one GT3 car on this track yet, and I'm still not able to. I still wasn't able to beat that Shelby time. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but I was in tune when I was racing that one. The sound, one thing I can say, the sound in this game is second to none. I have yet to hear a game that makes a lot of the noise that this one does. Freddie Wayne ain't playing around. What's good? Who else we got? Blackbeard. What's good? Host up his little Roddy's son. I'm doing great, my brother. I'm glad you're here. I ain't heard from you in a minute. Hope you're doing good, brother. Legit chaos was good, my brother. Listen, now that I got the niceties out the way, let's talk about these bots, man. You go in on them. Fuck it, why not? What's over Halo? You got some of the lead online multiplayer developers from there that quitting. Come to find out, co-op, they extended the season, so co-op will be part of it. We don't know when we're going to get co-op. These are just basic features. What's up with basic features? Why is it so hard for Halo to get co-op? All of the other ones had it. You can't say it's about the engine because they already confirmed that it's just a modified version of the previous engine. You know, it's not like they're doing Unreal Engine 5 or anything like that. Like, come on, man. Really, I don't understand it. The game is not graphically demanding. All they gave you is a fucking grappling hook. And the game is good already, and I don't understand that. The game just came out a couple of months ago. Dudes played the game for like a month, and they already forgot about it. It's not even in the Xbox top. I think it was the top 10, top 5, something like that. We were seeing. Listen, not every free game is good. You know what I'm saying? I think we're finding out more and more people will happily spend full price for a game if it's a great game. All of these Game Pass games and with the free stuff and the free-to-play tag, all that shit is, you know, it's a big gamble. And not everybody is willing to wait, you know, years for a game to be complete. When is Halo supposed to be complete? Does anybody know? What about the people that spend full price for that game? And don't say, oh, well, the multiplayer is free. Like, stop it, man. If you pay $15 a month for Game Pass, that's not free. That's you paying $15 perpetually. Perpetually. Forever. Forever. Let's see. This just may be. Maybe I just broke the my record. Maybe this is the fact. Did it? Yep. I just broke the record, and I wasn't even paying attention. So this McLaren GT3 is the fastest car on this lap right now. Listen, man. Listen, I like Game Pass too. I like Game Pass. There's little games, little indie games in there that I damn sure wouldn't have bought. That I bought. That I get to play. And I'm okay with that. But when it comes to the bangers, right? Which I like, when it comes to the bangers, Game Pass don't have the bangers. And will it have the sustainable, right? Will it have the sustainable effect? Look at Halo. Look at Forza. A lot of people are not playing those games anymore. So will it have the sustainable effect? I don't know. Some people say, well, I don't care and you shouldn't care, but you should. Because that's sustainable. I mean, you know, let's say a year from now, if the stuff is not the way it needs to be, then all your games go away. All that stuff is going away. They're not going to keep just giving you stuff just because they love you. You got to be looking at these Nintendo games, these Sony games, these PC games. You got to be saying to yourself, okay, these guys got these high-end next-generation graphical games. They got these highly rated games. These guys have these games consistently. The Horizon Forbidden West, the God of Wars, the Forspokens, the GT7s, on and on and on and on and on, right? The Spider-Mans, the Wolverines. I mean, these are hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars that it takes to make these games. Well, Game Pass, right, is the motto. It isn't the big $200 million games that's going to be in there. Right now, it's a lot of old stuff and it's a lot of indies, right? And I use Game Pass, I'll be honest, for a lot of those indies. Games that I really care about, I buy them because I know they're going away in that service after a couple of months, right? That's why I bought like Flight Simulator on PC. Yeah, it's in Game Pass, but for how long? And don't tell me, oh, well, the first party always in there. That's not true. Look at Forza 7. There's a couple of more other games that they pull out of Game Pass that are first party. I'm just being honest. It's going to take me a few days to nail down that particular corner. I don't know if I should go wide, if I should cut short. Just haven't figured it out yet. And this is a new track. This is an old track, but it's redone. It wasn't in sport, and it's back. I mean, you know, so it's been years since I've raced on this track, and now it's here. I have to kind of learn this one all over again. Now, I don't want to compare, right? I don't want to compare Game Pass to, you know, because it's not really about Game Pass. It's just about games. Games, period. Great games. Highly rated games. Great games that make you satisfied and happy about your purchase. I do have. Okay. Oh man, I know what I'll do. That's the Supra, man. I love my Supra. I'll do this Huracan. It's another GT3 car. Of course, this is at nighttime now, right? It's getting dark. It's going to do the transition depending on how long I'm on the track. Again, I got another rim that fits this particular car. It helps with the immersion. If you guys are getting sim racing and you really want to do it for a long haul, invest in the direct drive wheel. This Fanatic direct drive, it's the GT ED Pro. By itself, it comes with the wheel, the pedal, and the base itself. But it comes 5 nanometer power supply stock. It's really good stock, but man, when you invest in the, it's gonna cost you about $150 for a stronger power supply, 180 watt power supply. It really turns this wheel into a beast. I mean, it's a night and day difference. I don't want to say just standard, you know, day one, but if you can afford both, get them both at the same time. Just totally bypass the built-in power. The one, it gives you 5 nanometer stock, but with the 180 boost kit, with the bigger power supply, it gives you 8 newton meters of torque. It just is so refined. You feel everything. You can feel you can feel the dust. You can feel when you're going over corners and curves. You can feel when you're at the limit. I mean, it's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna kind of go for it. Y'all see how I caught that? I was finna go ahead to lose it. I was able to catch that because I felt it. I mean, you can feel yourself losing control, and that gives you enough reaction time to go for it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's literally that confidence that I have to give it gas when I need to brake a little bit later, giving me extra time, extra speed. Now, coming up to the corner, it just, fuck, it gives me so much trouble. I take it entirely too slow. I know if I nail that, man, my time will drop at least a half a second. I'm doing about 70 right now. I want to see, maybe, you know, maybe I beat the McLaren's record. Yep, 130. Jeez. Damn, I killed it by 5 seconds. Yeah, man, yeah, look at that. Yeah, about 5 seconds and some change. I really had the confidence in that one there to put it on the line. And that's generally what I like doing. Yes, what's good, yes? What's good, my brother? What's good, my brother? Start, I'm ready for you. You've been trying to get me, man. I'm ready for you. Pause. My brother Stout been trying to race me, man. He been in Forza Horizon and stuff. I told him, look, man, I race in Forza Motorsport. I'm a simulation guy. The arcade stuff, there's like the open world stuff, there's not really a goal. You know what I'm saying? I like simulation because it has the track. You learn the track, you learn the car, and once you've learned both, and you have the confidence, then you guys can both race against each other for a common goal. But jumping volcanoes and mountains and stuff like that, I do it just for mindless fun, but Wayne, listen, I get it. Nobody's gonna play a game infinitely, but you got to think about it. Microsoft has been saying that this is the last Halo. This is the Halo that they're just gonna keep building on for generations and generations. They said that. I didn't say that. And you can say, oh no, they're gonna promote another game in the future. And it's like, well, why are they saying that? They're selling a product. We've waited numerous amounts of years after the game was supposed to be out. Right now, there's not a lot of people playing Halo. There's a lot of angry people asking, where are the updates? Where are the, where are the basic features? Where's the content? MMG was good. He said, can you imagine losing to a controller after spending like, hey, listen, there's a lot of guys, right, that they own controllers and they're good. Just because you got a racing setup does not necessarily make you good. That's not what that's for. I could beat a lot of people's ass on a controller. But what this does, this gives me the immersion to learn how to race, to learn how to maneuver, to learn the tracks and stuff, to have that feeling. So if I do go racing, or if I do get in, like I'm in these different sim racing leagues. Sim racing is an actual thing. I don't know if you guys knew that, but yeah, it's an actual thing. There's tournaments, ESPN broadcasts, it's broadcast all over Twitch. Check out iRacing. Check out a set of Forza Competizione. Check out just a lot of leagues. R Factor. Formula 1 2022. I mean, 2021 and 2022. Formula 1 drivers actually use these things as their testing beds. They actually jump on here and race with us, and they test. That's their testing thing. So it's not that this is a toy or anything like that. No, this is simulation. It's supposed to give you the same experience as the real, minus the G-force and shit like that. The greatest racer in the world, Lewis Hamilton, he helped with this game. There is one car in this game I want to show you guys. Man, it's freaking crazy. It's nuts. I don't want drift trial. I'll show you. It's this Porsche here. That Porsche, oh my god, that shit's crazy, man. Like, I don't even know how to handle this part. I know some of you guys, look, I know some of you guys, oh, GT doesn't look that good. Look at that. I actually feel silly driving in this view, man. It's a personal thing. Ignore me. But I know some guys, oh, it doesn't look good on the external view. This shit looks fucking amazing. Look at this. You got the ray tracing, you got your different lighting and stuff like that. And I'm streaming in 1440p. So hopefully the stream translate well. Obviously, it's not, compression. It is YouTube. It is what it is. This car here was built specifically for Gran Turismo, along with a ton of other cars. Man, I'm doing this that good view right here. I'm doing this for the casual guys. I'm doing this for you guys. Got the active aero spoiler. I mean, all right, enough of that. Can y'all mind if I get back in there? Yeah. Going about $180. For those of you sim racers out there, I got the Club Sport V3 Fanatic pedals, and obviously it's the load cell, but it has the vibration motors on the brakes and the gas, and you can feel it when you stomp on that brake, and you start to lose that. You just feel that resistance. Just like you would in real life. mean, I gave you guys a good 2 minutes of external view. That's all I can muster, I'm sorry. That's all I can stand, and I can't stand no more. Again, you know, fanboy stuff aside, there's a reason Gran Turismo series is sold, you know, over 90 million copies. It's just kind of been the de facto standard in simulation racing for console. Just a great series. They put a lot of attention to detail. From steering wheel support, and that's something that I've had issues with Forza Motorsport in the past. Their wheel support has been abysmal. As far as in getting a realistic feel, it's just, oh man, it's been crazy. And I've reached out to those guys a lot back when Forza Motorsport 6 and Forza Motorsport 7. I'm a Forza fan. I mean, regardless of all the fun, I'm a Forza. I'm a fan of the series. I've owned every copy of Forza. I got Fanatic, Forza Motorsport Racing Rim. Um, 132. Did I? Is that a new record? I think that beat the last record. No, it was right under that. But yeah, almost. Okay. Let me get to some of y'all comments. I mean, just look at this. This shit looks amazing, man. It really does. ACO7 was good. Big facts, my brother. Big fact. I appreciate you. Kill it breeze. Jaydub, put some clothes on, sir. No, sir. Hey, man, I'm wearing a shirt, brother. Legit chaos presents. What's your completion percentage in Horizon? I don't know, brother. Y'all got my stuff. Go look at it. Hey, Cloud, no fruit. Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. I'm going. We own it. Rob Gaming TV. What's good, my brother? Hope you're doing good, man. Hey, Jukins 5 said, take that turn wider. Okay. I definitely will try that. Now, one thing I did in that Porsche, not this one, but the other, the GT3, is I took it wide and I almost had to drift that corner to get it properly. But man, it's just, I've tried various things, but I hadn't spent much time on it. I know that's a half a second that I could gain right there, so. Anti-hero was good. Freddie Wayne, my brother, he said he got the Thrustmaster Ferrari 458 Spider wheel. Big facts, brother. Hey, I bought that wheel when Forza, that was the official wheel of Forza 5, I believe. Yep, that was the official wheel. I bought that. I had that. And then I believe when Forza 6 came out, I got the Club Sport Elite, the Fanatic one, with the actual Forza wheel. I have it over there. You guys probably see me posting stuff on Twitter. Kyle Solis said, I love rally races too. Absolutely. Listen, man, if you're a rally fan, man, that's a whole another ball game. That's a whole another ball game. salute to you. I remember all the Colin McRae games back in the day, and then they went to Dirt. And then now, you know, we have a ton of other races. I buy everything from Formula One to WRC Rally to, I mean, anything motorsport related, I'm there. The bike series, I'm there. I've you know, it's just MotoGP, I'm there. I'm into cars and motorcycles, man. Even planes. I mean, I'm on. You guys, a lot of times you'll see me streaming Flight Simulator. Just make sure I ain't missing anybody else. Yeah, but this game, I mean, this game is crazy. I like it. I'm glad it's finally here. Seems like forever, but it's finally here. A lot of us are enjoying it. So when you guys see us posting videos and screenshots and stuff, just know, you know, it's with love. It's just like what everybody was doing with Forza Horizon. Just like what everybody is, you know, doing with Horizon Forbidden West. I do like that the PlayStation 5 is showcasing its ray tracing, its instant loading. It's showcasing its next generation features. The DualSense haptic feedback. It is a next generation console. You know, everything from 4K, 60, ray tracing, 120 frames a second in a lot of games. You know, it's fulfilling its promise. It's giving you exclusives. It's giving you cross-gen games, the better version of the multi-plats, third-party deals, second-party deals. I mean, it's the de facto. It's the king of consoles right now. You know, maybe Microsoft, they may, you know, in a few years when they get their games and get stuff together, maybe they'll be able to, you know, do better. But until then, man, we gotta hold them accountable. There was no reason for them to launch 2 next generation consoles with no games for it, with no next generation games. Then when you finally got some games, you got the Falconeer and the Medium. 2 games that are on the PlayStation 5 now. You know, next year we got Spider-Man 2. I believe we got the Wolverine. I mean, and we know there's a ton of other games that they got coming. So, if you know, I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but what about Starfield?" Listen, man, I just want to see anything about Starfield. I want to see some gameplay. I can't really get hyped over some shit that I kind of don't know. You can't get hyped over some stuff you've never seen. I'll go back to my Shelby, man. This is the one that I was number 1 in that car for quite some time until a while ago. Basically, once I started this stream, I have to put my wheel in a different mode to activate the actual shifter here. So now that it's in that mode, it'll activate the shifter. Okay, he said take it wider. Nah, that wasn't it. Slow down a little bit more, take it wider. That's still too low. First time that a damn Mustang rev to Porsche levels, over 8,000 RPM on my flat plane crank, 5.2 liter, I believe. Yep, cold tires will get you every time, man. Anytime you starting off, you guys for if you're racing in Gran Turismo or any sim, those tires are gonna get you, man. Don't try to, I guess, win the race. Matter of fact, let me do that. Let's race. Don't try to win the race on the first lap. Take your time. Know how many laps you have, and pace yourself. Yeah, you have to pace yourself. You can't. You're not going to win the race in the first lap. It's about, you know, getting comfortable. The more comfortable you are, the better. But that's going to take about 1 or 2 laps. For one, you got to heat your tires up. All right, these are the cars I'm going to be going against, and that's in its class. So. The Tomatsu. I don't know if y'all remember in the Rocky movie, Rocky had a Pantera, the Tomatsu car. A lot of people used to think they looked like Ferraris back in the day. Another reason I like this car, because it revs so high, it keeps me from shifting in those moods where I need to just wind it out. Of course, I have no hood or anything like that because I don't need it. Learn the track. Learn what speeds and stuff like that you need to be down on. Of course, the speeds show on my steering wheel, so I have no traction control. However, the manufacturers wanted these cars to run stock. Man, I was cutting close with that vert back there. Sorry about that, buddy. I tried my best to cut it between both of them. Once you get into sport mode, man, you can't do stuff like that. They have what you call a safety rating. The only, you know, if I'm racing online, the only way to move like I did there was if I was like on the last lap. And I kind of had no choice. I would be willing to risk it all and take some penalties, you know what I'm saying? SRT Viper. They stopped making those SRT Vipers. Basically, SRT pretty much folded up. That was a external line of Dodge. It used to be under Daimler Chrysler, and then they branched off and kind of did their own thing and had the SRT under his line. After they killed off the Viper and they brought back the SRT Viper. Y'all remember Viper used to be Dodge Viper. Oh, look at that, boy. That was smooth. Oh, y'all see that? I caught that. This direct drive wheel, man, it lets you feel all the feedback and you can tell, and that gives me better reaction time. Now that I I don't know what happened there. Should be able to catch back up with him. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, but if you're racing online, something like that happen, and I'll be honest, that'll be it. I'll be out of the mood once I wreck and stuff like that. Because by that time, I mean, nobody's waiting for you. That would have cost you about 3 or 4 seconds. Both of us are going through probably 40, like 50. Come on, baby, come on. That there wasn't good racing etiquette, but on the last lap, I was going for it. All right. Let's take some of your comments. Yeah, GT7 is crack, big facts. You can customize the music playlist finally. You create your own custom soundtrack. Absolutely. Absolutely. CTR2, my brother, with the roof. He said GT7 is fire. Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, man, we're gonna be on this game for such a long time. Let me replay here. Brother Wayne, is that new Fanatic Grant setup? Existing hardware you already had. No, this is the new setup. This is the new. This is the GT7 wheel. Man, I love it. You can control the traction control. You can control the for rally cars, like the differential and the biases. I can control the power levels to lean or more power. When you get into a lot of races, like especially Le Mans races, that takes a long time. You have to manage tires, you have to manage fuel and stuff like that. That allows you to do that. This can be my brake bias setup, whether I want to have brakes, the brake pressure go more towards the front or the rear. For example, if you're oversteering, if you find out that the back of your car is starting to spin out on you a lot, you can control the brake bias front a little bit more. Yeah. I mean, look at this, man. This shit looks fucking crazy. Hopefully the feed is coming out good to you guys. This is such a beautiful game, man. It's so expansive. There's a shitload of modes. There is even a meetup mode. There's a mode where you can meet up with your friends, right? You just have a car meet. You can just literally meet up, bring your cars that you want, and just meet up, sit there. You can take it for a spin around the track. You just sit there, chat, and talk. Like, that's crazy. That's what I've been wanting. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they still have your lobbies and stuff like that. You can create and race with your friends. GT is just, man, it's just that game. I think anybody can get into it, whether you're into arcade racers or whatever. It's up to you. It takes nothing away from Forza. You know, 2 different games, 2 different markets. They're trying to do 2 different things, and that's okay. You know, I don't mind Forza Horizon being the king of arcade races. Let it. GT is the king of simulation, you know, console racing. It is what it is. Just leave it at that. Hope when Forza Motorsport 8 come out, I hope it's going to, you know, be catered towards the simulation crowd more than the ones in the past. You know, it's very telling that Gran Turismo Sport, right, a simulation racer esports online game, sold 14 million copies. Forza Motorsport 7, the last time they calculated, was like 750,000 copies. That game failed. It didn't do well at all. Some people say, well, that's because a lot of people are into Horizon. Yeah, but they're two totally different games. It's hard to get a simulation racing guy who care about arcade racers. It is. And a lot of times it's hard to get a arcade racing person, a casual, to care about simulation racing. This is why a lot of casuals don't really care for, they might not, Gran Turismo might not be their cup of tea, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. Not everything has to be for everybody. You can have both. Get your PlayStation, get your Xbox or a PC or whatever, and play Forza for simulation stuff. You know, Assetto Corsa Competizione just came out with its next generation patch on February 22nd. So I mean, it's godly. I normally race that on the PC, but now it's like I'm just racing that on console exclusively. 4K native, 4K, 60 frames. I got my private lobbies. I'm good. Like I do feel like these consoles are at a point where you know, it's giving you the 4K, it's giving you the ray tracing, it's giving you the 60 frames, it's giving you 120 frames, it's giving you all the options that you would normally use on PC. And so I see a lot of people, I mean, it's going to be hard to sell them a PC. You're going to spend, you know, a lot. Now, granted, with PC, you do a lot of stuff, right? A lot of additional stuff. You could do, I mean, just, you know, you can use PC with multi-purpose, right? That's the angle you're going to go at. But when it comes to like strictly gaming, I mean, I know people go, so, well, I get to play this game at 350 frames, you know, yeah. But do you? Like, do you? Most people, most PC gamers I know, they game at 1440p. These consoles are doing 4K. And I know people say, well, you can turn it up to Ultra and all that stuff. Yeah, but is that really worth that cost? And I'm not trying to make it a PC versus console thing, but I'm just saying, like, these consoles are nothing to sneeze at. For $399, right? For $399, for $499, you can have some major shit, you know? You can buy you a console that gives you all of that shit. You can stream from the console. It's integrated in Discord now. You can video edit on the console. You know, on the PlayStation at least. Man, I do like being able to have my used cars back. You know what I'm saying? I think it's every few days they come up with new cars in here. You can set it where it notifies you when a used car that you like is there. GT Auto, you can wash your car, you can modify, you can tune your car. Let's go to showcase. Man, these are some of the screenshots that people have taken and stuff like that. This is just nuts. Look at this GT3 race right here. Like, look at that. This is the game. I know some people say, "Oh, well, it's just." No, these are replays of the game. I wanted to do this stream because I want to show you guys, hey, look, it's a great game. Whether you're on the external view, the internal view, or whatever, it's just it's a great. And I know, you know, I know the fanboys out there was just bullshitting and posting fake stuff. But you know, anytime people are willing to, you know, and both sides do it. Anytime they're willing to go to the extreme for a lot of stuff, yeah, we know what it is. Right, these are some screenshots that I've taken today. This is that 2000. This is the 2023 Nissan Z. I modified. Take a look. That color is freaking crazy. I changed that color. That's not a stock color. I created that color. I bought the paint. I applied the paint. The body kit I put on there. I mean that's not a stock Nissan Z. I did that. I mean, it's just nuts. Anyway, man, I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit about GT7 and everything that was going on with it. Think this game, if GT Sports sold 20 or 14 million copies, and that's just a esports online, online focused game. Now this is the full shebang. It has all the modes and all the different things, the license test, the cafe, you back to changing oil and maintaining your car. You have a multiplayer mode where you race with your friends. You can go back on sport, right? Basically GT Sport inside the game. You have to unlock, a lot of the cars. There's over 400 some cars in this game. It's crazy. Shitload of cars. Now I remember Gran Turismo back in the day used to have over 1,200 cars. Well, let me tell you about that. Back in the day, you had like 30 versions of the Nissan GTR R34, which was just crazy. This car here, there was like literally 30 versions of that car. The silver right here, there was like 15 versions of that car. Exact same car, same horsepower, same everything. It was just the naming of it. It was just crazy. It was useless. So basically, it was filler. So that's how you were able to get to all those different cars, over 1,200 cars. But in actuality, if you remove all the duplicates that they had, you would have been around 400 cars, and everybody knows that. Anyway, man, I'm finna go to get up out of here. Thank you guys for coming out, rocking with me. It's your boy Jaydub. Freddie Wayne says, so how much have you spent so far on Gran Turismo 7? In game, I've earned. Let's take a look. It tells you right here. Let's take a look. Free credits. I think there's a way to see how much I've basically spent. Let's take a look. Look, $2 million. 4 days I've logged in. I've played over 16 hours of this game so far on this account. I've driven over 113 miles. It tells you everything from how much fuel I've consumed, how much I've driven totally or today, how much credit I've spent on tuning. I've spent over $230,000 just on parts. 30,000 on customizing my cars. I spent 320,000 on cars. I bought 4 particular cars. A lot of them were gifted. Again, you can win cars in the game. You can win money. It doesn't take long to get to millions of dollars. So I don't see why anyone would spend money on microtransactions, but it's up to them, It's up to them. Maybe they wanted to buy a certain car, because there's a lot of cars in this game. Right? There's just a shitload of cars in this game. So let's say day one, I wanted to race Formula One cars. Well, take a look. It was going to cost me $1 million. So maybe I didn't want to grind to get $1 million, so I just wanted to buy this car. That would allow you to top up. Take a look. 100,000 credits, basically $100,000 in the game, costs you $2.49. $5 will get you 250,000. $750,000 in game costs you $10. $2 million in game will cost you $20. Is there for those who want to, but me, I race. Since I race, I get money from racing. Therefore, I don't need to spend any money. That's just me, but I can't force that on everybody else. So yeah, that whole microtransaction debacle, all that shit was trash, all of it. Iron Panther was good, brother. Lewis A was good, which yeah. Anyway, man, I'm finna get ready to get out of here. I hope y'all have a great evening, a